I'll do is I'll start off by making the trunk of the tree and then establish sort of a ground line and put some bark in the tree there. And then I have a different type of cutter that I use to actually make the tree. So I establish the shape first and then fill in the center . So after the first firing, I'll fill in all those cuts with glaze, or we'll cover the whole piece with glaze, and then we'll come back and rub off the highlights with a wet sponge where the glaze is just left in the lines and the cuts. And since my glazes do a thing at cone 6 in oxidation, where towards the end of the firing, as the glaze melts and boils on the surface of the pot, it fumes, it sends out this real fine mist. And when it fumes, if there's cuts very close together, that fine mist settles on the bare, unglazed clay and creates a thin patina of glaze that's clear and makes the clay appear darker in the areas where the cuts are most dense. So you can see how this area here is a darker brown and this area here is not. So, and it gives you some sense of, it establishes sort of a sense of depth. It gives it some more dimensionality than it might not otherwise have. Same thing goes with the bird here. The open areas of the bird are lighter in color. The edges of the lines are a darker brown, the edge of the glaze here, and then where all these feathers or cuts that are supposed to look like feathers have a tendency to make it look darker there, which gives the bird, makes the upper half of the bird look like it's bulging out a little bit. A tree, I'll do one on each side of the mug. And I've already scored this to add the handle here, so I'll have a tree on this side and a tree on this side. So either way you pick it up, facing away, there'll be a tree. Start the tree again. Let's say I do the outline first. And if I discover the outline's not quite big enough, I can always add more to it. It's a better than passable tree. And then we'll go and add a little scenic background. We'll do a, since these trees are more or less a depiction of some of the fir trees that grow in the neighborhood, hemlocks and balsam pines, we'll put a few mountains in here for scenery. So anyway, that's pretty much what the mug is going to look like. And the only thing that needs to be added at this point, it's thrown, it's trimmed, it's leather hard. I've done the carving line, now add a handle from here to here. and that will pretty much constitute the mug.